The basic system I'll be using to clean the water is a bucket with layers of sand, pebbles, and charcoal. The water will filter through the 3 layers and then come out to another bucket and hopefully be clean. Some websites say you only need the 3 layers, some will say multiple layers of the 3 ingredients. On a side note, my neighbor's dog drives me bonkers. For charcoal, I'm going to burn wood off of my pine tree from my front yard. I've been thinning that out lately because it was a little too full. And for water and sand, I'm going to go into the mountain which is close to my house, which is South Mountain, and get some water from a water hole that I know of up there. On a side note, this is my neighbor's car. I let him park in my driveway because I think it's really cool looking. I don't think I either kept the fire going too short. The fire really burnt for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but it was never a particularly big fire because I didn't want to waste wood. But this is all the charcoal that I've gathered from a fire that went a couple hours. I don't think that's nearly enough. On the pebble front, the gathering is going well, if slow. I do tend to have many pebbles in my yard, probably a lot more than most people, because I've had many parties that have descended into a game called Yard, which is really throw the rock. This is someone's very, very old, long ago campfire, which looks like perfect charcoal to me. I'm putting it in my hat. I came up with this brilliant idea on the way up here. I realized that my hat might be a good filter. So I'm supposed to eventually clean the sand anyway. So I'm thinking that if I do it like so, I can, well, I originally thought about using the hat. I eventually gave up on that because it took an incredibly long time. So I just grabbed sand without putting it through the hat system. The other disadvantage, of course, is now that I have a sandy hat. So this is, 2 antelopes, one upside down on the top right and one the other way, which I think is a mark of the reflection of water. So I think the Hohokam used that as a way to mark that this was a place where water gathered. And I've been here before, and usually water tends to gather in 2 places. Right at the bottom of that, right in here, which today unfortunately does not have any water, and then also along that same sort of little shelf here. Plan B would be to gather the little bit of water that's in a couple pools around here. There's about 3 or 4 little patches around here about the same size. Oh, I can see the water's got stuff in it. There's a little bit of a yellow tint. I can't see anything actually swimming, so that's good. Oh. Ah! 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 I might be stuck. Ah! Ah! Well, I've gathered 2 bottles, 2 Gatorade bottles. I don't know if you can see the tint, the yellow tint that's in there. I am back from the mountain, but I've got everything ready to go. I've got 2 10-ounce containers of gravel from the mountain. I have 1 10-ounce container of charcoal from the mountain, and also I have my charcoal from my own fire, which I think is probably about 20 ounces. I have pebbles I gathered from my yard, probably about 20 ounces. I'll also have where I will be putting all these. Now, as my chart behind me shows, I'll be doing pebbles at the bottom, sand, and then charcoal. That's the plan. Then also, first step will be to clean the sand and the pebbles. To clean them, I have a mosquito net and a bucket. The entire layout or lab looks kind of like a meth head's kitchen, I would imagine. Cleaning the sand. Kind of reminds me of college. Well, I don't know how to tell if sand's clean. It looks kind of sandy. And next is the charcoal. Before I ran the water from the mountain, I decided to run water from the tap first, just as a test case to make sure I have everything set up right. And this is what came out. This went in as white or clear tap water and actually came out dirtier than the water that I got from the mountain. So that totally has me befuddled on just about everything. Alright, I'm now going to pour the creek water. I'm now going to pour the creek water into the system. The water seems to be coming out awfully fast. I'm tilting it because the bottom is not even. So we have water from the faucet that went through the system on the far left. Water I just ran through the system from the mountain in the second from the left. Mountain water not gone through the system, second from the right. And water from the tap on the far right. I'm not sure how I feel about the water that is the dirtiest is the water I've run through this system. Probably about 14 hours to get to this point, and here's the ultimate test, right? I've got to see if it works. It tastes all right. It does not smell. It tastes pretty good, actually. I'm not sure if that's the charcoal or not I'm tasting. It actually tastes better than city water, which is kind of weird.